Good morning to all and welcome to this class approaches and types of research. Okay, so sometimes it is called as the types of research, but the general term is types of research. But Dr. Krishna Kumar in 1999 uh, has referred these research methods and design into various approaches. Okay, so that's why we are also calling it as approaches and the types of research. The general term which is very familiar is that types of research. So here we are going to see the different types of research or the research approaches, and all these approaches are based on the four methods. Okay, so first method is by the purpose of research, means for what purpose we are doing the research. Based on that, different types of research are there that we are going to see. The next one is by use of research. So how means what will be the use of research? Based on that we have a different type of research, types of research or approaches, that also we are going to see in the depth. And by time span of data collection, so how you are collecting the data, what how much time you are taking for collecting the data. So based on that also there are many types of research approaches or types of research. And by type of data, so sometimes we are collecting the quantitative data, sometimes we are collecting the qualitative data. So based on that there are different types of research. So basically all these research approaches is based on the purpose of research, by the use of research, by time span of data collection, and by types of data. Okay, so let us see one by one what are these types of research. So after reading this particular chapter, you will be able to know what are the various approaches to the research, like based on the different type of approaches, like just we have seen types, purpose of research, use of research, time span of collecting the data, and the data based on the types of data. So there are different type of research, that is basic research, applied research, action research, exploratory research. Okay. So particularly for all these are the common types. Okay, but we are going to see the different types of research based on four approaches. So that we are going to see. So particularly we are also seeing the nature and the purpose of each type of research approach, and there are many different approaches and some research method, that may be the descriptive and other methods are also there, that we are also going to discuss here: comparative, exploratory, and diagnostic. Okay, so this chart is showing that there are different type of research approaches. Okay, so you can see here that by the purpose of research, there are three types of research or approaches, that is exploratory research based on the purpose of research, descriptive research, and the explanatory research. Okay, so in the next slide we are also going to discuss all these types of approaches, means types of research or approaches. By use of research, we have a four type, that is basic research, applied research, action research, and evaluative research. Based on the time span of data collection, we have two types of research, that is cross-sectional research, then longitudinal research. Okay, so how you are collecting the data, what type, means what time you are taking for collecting the data. So based on that, cross-sectional and longitudinal research are there. And by time span of data, here time means by mistake it will be there, but you can write by the types of data. Okay, not by time span of data collection, but types of data should in the next class I will just correct it, but you just understood, means understand what is this. This is a by types of data. Okay, so by types of data there are two approaches, like quantitative research and the qualitative research. So you just take a screenshot for this, otherwise you can just note down the points also, so that each point we are going to see in detail. So other approaches are also there. Means apart from that four approaches that we have discussed, apart from that, there are many approaches of research, and sometimes it may not be in the four types, and that's why it is called as a other research approaches or other methods. So that is comparative research method, operational research, system analysis, model development research, product design. Sometime after doing the research or while doing the research, we are also developing some of the product. Like you can say in library science, we are developing the product of library management software or digital library software or development of any type of software or related product with which will be useful for providing the library services. So that will be the product design research, and that also we are going to see in depth. Then Delphi research method is also there. Technology based research we are also nowadays doing, because technology has impacted on the every field, and with that technology, how to use in library science or how to explore the various advantage of the technology for providing the library services to the user. So technology based research also is going on nowadays. Bibliometric to allometric type of research. This is very much concerned with library science. Bibliometric and the allometric. Bibliometric to allometric, although there are many types like scientometric, webometric. So here directly bibliometric to allometric I have written. Then user study, then use type of study. User study is also library. It is a very good field for knowing the how the users are using the library. So user study is also very important in library science. Then use study is there, and the field studies are also there. So that all these approaches or types of research are coming under the other research approaches, because that is not fit with the four types of research that we have already seen. So by types of the purpose of research, we have a exploratory research. And exploratory research, three types of research is there: exploratory, then descriptive, and then explanatory. Okay. So first let us see what is meant by exploratory research. Exploratory research, it is conducted to explore a new concept. So there is less number of theories are available exist in the particular domain, and here we are exploring some of the new concept. So that is called as a exploratory research. And exploratory research is the research conducted to know more about a less known topic. So everybody is not knowing about that topic, and there is a need to do the research. There is a need to do a more research on that particular topic or new topic, and that's why it is called as a exploratory research. And the topic identified for the exploratory research, a new topic, the new problem will be formulated, and it is a problem on which neither the new means present researcher nor any other researcher has conducted much more research. Okay. And for that, to put it on the other terms, it is a research on the topic on which not much research is conducted and not much research is written about it, but particular theory. And exploratory research can also be identify or research formulated to know the feasibility of a concept or the idea. Suppose anything will come, suppose new technology is developed in the library science, and for that technology, otherwise for the computer technology, whatever computer technology is there, we are applying to library science. So if the new computer technology is developed, then we can also see that how this new technology for from the computer science we can use it for library science. So that may be the exploratory type of research, and it is a research conducted to formulate the hypothesis. Exploratory research is also known as the feasibility of the concept and the ideas. So here we are now seeing the feasibility. Feasibility means before doing the actual work, we are seeing that whether that work will be or the study will be feasible or not. So it is possible or not to do that particular research. So for that we are taking us means very small sample, and based on that we are doing the feasibility study. Okay, so here in the exploratory research, feasibility studies or the concept or the idea is very important, and it is a research conducted to formulate the hypothesis also. And exploratory approaches is very important. For example, if we can take the example, whether there is an increase in the reading of college student due to the availability of ebooks. So we have to here find out the ebooks are available, but the readingness means reading of the college students are increasing or not. So we are here finding out, are the college students reading on diverse subject due to the availability of the ebooks. So that also we are going to find out in the exploratory research. Then is there any correlation between the availability of the online bookshops and the quality of library collection? Otherwise we can take a different topic also. Is reading tourism feasible? So like that we can identify the topic and we can explore. Now the reading tourism is the different concept. Okay, I think nobody has taken that topic. And then reading tourism means how this reading tourism concept can be applied to library science. Okay, so that we are going to explore here. So whatever the new ideas are there, we are now exploring. So that type of research is coming under the exploratory research. Then what are the various purposes of exploratory research? The first purpose is to get familiarized with the new subject. So exploratory, whenever we do the exploratory research, it is about the new emerging subject, and that's why it is called as a exploratory research. And much may not be known about that particular new concept or subject, and exploratory research is undertaken to know more about such a unknown subject. So we are now getting the familiarized with the new concept because nobody has done that work previously, and that's why we are now exploring how this work can be useful to our profession or library science profession. Then the second one is to put forth a new ideas. Exploratory research is conducted to suggest a new or revolutionary concept, and it is also worked for the innovative thoughts and the modern approaches. So for that, the purpose is to put forth a new ideas. Then the third one is to know the feasibility. Exploratory research may be undertaken to know the feasibility of a new concept. For example, to know whether it is possible to impart information literacy to school children of 5 to 8 age group. Then we are which method will be effective in imparting the information literacy to these children. Such a research will be helpful to identify the various facets of the same research for the further research. So here we are knowing the feasibility, whether that work will be feasible or not, whether that work research will be possible or not. So we are doing the feasibility study. So to know the feasibility study, that is one of the purpose of the exploratory research. Then the next one is to formulate the hypothesis, because exploratory research may be undertaken to formulate the hypothesis explaining correlation between the two variables, and hypothesis will be very important in this exploratory research, because hypothesis help in elaborating the research problem, and that's why hypothesis is very important. So based on the exploratory research, we are also formulating the hypothesis, and that will be also helpful to justify the research problem. So for that we have to formulate the hypothesis. Then the next one is to develop data collection tools. So exploratory research, usually one of the research there we are undertaking to develop the various data collection tools for the future research, and it uses primary and secondary data for the research, and it also uses whatever feasibility or pilot study, also we can say pilot study, to develop the data collection tools. So in exploratory research, data is also collected through interview of the experienced individuals. Okay. So these are the various purposes of the exploratory research, to get familiarized with the new subject, to put forth new ideas, to know the feasibility, to formulate the hypothesis, and to develop the data collection. Okay. Then there are three types of exploratory research. First is literature survey, second is experience survey, and the analysis of insight stimulating. Okay. So literature survey generally, literature based exploratory research is conducted to know the nature of the research problem, and literature survey help in knowing the various facets of the specific research problem. It will also help in understanding the relationship between the various facets of a research problem, and for what purpose we are doing all this literature survey. So for comparative analysis, we are doing the literature survey whether that particular research is already has been taken or not, and what were the findings of the previous research. So like this we are doing the literature survey. And the another important advantage of this type of exploratory research is that it will enable to know the views and the approaches of the various researcher about a given research problem. So whenever the new ideas, here also we can suggest it by analyzing the literature survey approach. And literature based exploratory research is also known as the secondary analysis. And here literature based exploratory research may propose the hypothesis also, and it will be very useful for librarianship, research in librarianship. So based on the literature survey also we are doing the exploratory research. Then the experience research means, in every subject field there are some individuals, okay, who have prolongedly experienced the given field. So these are the intellectual who have deep understanding and they have a profound knowledge of a given field. So these are the people who have the foresights and institutions, and their experience we can use it as the experience survey. And it will be conducted for analyzing the thoughts. It can be also conducted for analyzing the opinion, attitudes, or the experiences or the vision. So such a great personality we can meet them, and then we, based on their experiences, based on their attitudes, or based on their opinion, we can use it for our research. So for knowing the opinion and experiences of such great peoples or researcher, may we can adopt the interview techniques for this experience survey. And they are also helping us to formulate the hypothesis. So like that, experience survey is also a very good survey. We are here taking the experts opinion, those who are having the profound knowledge of that particular subject. So based on their experiences we can also do the survey. Then next, third one is the analysis of the insight stimulation. There are many examples of the insight stimulations. A number of special and noteworthy incidents take place around us, and these incidents can provide a new thoughts, new ideas, and they are always with the help of the some individuals or institutions in every field, which contribute something very special to library science. That will be, we can use it, this analysis of the insight formulations, and their thinking and activities are very innovative and encouraging. Their thoughts and programs, or their attitudes or approaches to the society are different. So from that angle also we can, from the researcher point of view, we can also think to do some programs or inspirational programs, or the activities in library science also. Here also we can means formulate the hypothesis, and like thought-provoking incidents and programs also here we can conduct. Okay, so like for example, we can take one of the publishing distributing firm in Maharashtra, which is known as Granthali, and it has been organizing the book exhibition and conducting the complementary activities in every corner in the Maharashtra states for promoting the reading habit. So reading promotion has been their mission, and these activity of that particular organization are the enlightening and inciting stimulation. So if they are doing, like book publishers or book distributor firms, they are doing, why not the library science people can also apply their whatever their activity, their program they are doing in their organization. So like this, we can do the analysis in library science also. So analysis of insight stimulating. Okay. So these are the three types of exploratory research, that is literature survey, experience survey, and analyzing of the insight stimulation examples. So all these are coming under the exploratory research. Then we are now going to see the descriptive research. So first we have seen the exploratory research and the descriptive research. It is a research that describe accurately and objectively an organization, its resources, its facility, services, program, event or problems, etc. So descriptive research is basically whenever we do the survey of any organization, what are their resources, how they are providing the services, what are their facilities, what are their programs. So that is called as a descriptive research. And here descriptive researcher job is to justify or to means to describe what has happened and is happening. Okay, so descriptive researcher neither has any control over the different variables, nor does he manipulates any variables. Okay, so for example, we can take it survey of financial management of university libraries in Maharashtra. So here we are doing only the survey of financial management, how the university libraries in Maharashtra are doing their financial management. So that survey we are doing. So here we are say, now means we are describing how the financial management has been done in the various university libraries in Maharashtra. We can take the another example also, like for example, content analysis of any journal which is related with library science. So that can be also the descriptive study, how in that journal what has been published and what type of article has been published, what will be the joint authorship pattern. Okay, year wise also we can say. So that is called as a descriptive study. And why we are doing all these descriptive studies? There are many purposes of descriptive study. So first purpose is to describe the current status. So what will be the current status of any library? For that we can do the descriptive study. We can take a individual library also, or we can take a different type of libraries also within Maharashtra or out of Maharashtra, or at national level also we can take the different type of libraries, and what will be their detail, how you are providing the or presenting the data. So based on the description you are providing the data. So description will also include what type of collection they have, what type of books they have, what type of reference volume they have, what type of electronic resources they have. So you are describing it. Okay, their collection, their services, their economic condition, their education or their experiences, their skills of library staff. Then what will be the current status of the computerization, what type of services, online services they are providing to the user. So you are describing the particular organizations, whatever services or facility they have, whatever programs they have. So you are just simply describing. So here the main purpose is to describe the current status of the particular library or any organization also you can apply. Second thing is to describe the process, procedure and correlation. So descriptive research may describe the document issuing system of various university libraries, and there could be a descriptive research which is describing the information literacy programs of any library, and descriptive research may also describe the correlation. Okay, so correlation between, for example, teaching methods adopted in the college library or use of concerned college library, that means whatever process is there. So for example, if we are taking information literacy program of the university library, so what will be the process, how they are going to promote the information literacy, so like that, what will be the procedure, what will be the correlation. So like that, if you are doing, if you are describing it, that is called as a descriptive study. The third one is to get answer to the questions, such as the different activity which is performed by whom and when and why they are performing such type of activity. So different type of questions answer you will get in the descriptive research. And to present the background information about any institutions, about any university, about any library, about any event. So you will describe the background information of that particular event or particular institutions. So most of the social science research is the descriptive type of research, and in library science, because it is a social activity, and therefore most research in librarianship is called as, we are using the descriptive type of research. Okay, so this is all about the descriptive research. Then the next one is, which is also based on the types of research by its purpose, that is explanatory research. Okay, so explanatory research is a research that finds and explain the cause behind a specific event. In descriptive research, what we are doing, we are just describing the event, but here explanatory research, cause and effect relationship we are showing it. Okay, so you can see that explain cause behind a specific event, behavior, attitude, school of thought. Okay, so as its name suggests, this research provide explanation for the happening or any type of behavior. Okay, and the main purpose of this research is to get the explanation to why and how this question. So why and how this such type of questions answer can also given in this explanatory research. We can take one example here, like day by day the library is using the closed circuit televisions or RFID technology. So what will be the cause, why the libraries are using this RFID technology? Because the cause may be because there is a different decreasing price of the technology, that may be the cause. The spread of technology will be also one of the cause. Increasing technology literacy is one of the cause. Then marketing means RFID marketing is, or the manufacturers are always uh, giving the demo for the RFID technology, so that will be also one of the cause. And it is in the passion for the technology, and now it is in the fashion also. We have to use the RFID technology in the library. And among these reason, another one reason is that because thefts are there, maybe means possibility is there for, in the library, and that's why we are using the RFID technology. So that may be why and how questions answer we can also give in the explanatory research. So explanatory research finds explanation, reasons, cause responsible for a specific event or development. Okay. So for what purpose we are doing this explanatory research? To know the reason, causes behind an event. For that we are doing the explanatory research. Then to analyze the correlations, explanatory research is basically aimed to find the correlation between the causal variable and what will be its effect. So for that also we are analyzing the correlation between cause and effect. The third one is to propose the theories, based on whatever the established correlations, explanatory research also formulates some of the theories, laws and principles. So here also we can explain the, or we can propose some of the new theories. Then to provide usefulness of the theories, explanatory research is carried out to prove the accuracy and usefulness of the theories. So whatever new theories are there, we have to prove here how these theories are useful to the society or to the particular LIS community. Then the next one is to extend, modify the theories. So explanatory research is conducted to modify the existing theories also. Whatever laws are there, whatever, suppose if we are taking the canons of library science or library classification. So we are also extend, or we can also modify some of the canons also. Okay, we can also this explanatory research collects evidence to support the hypothesis, and on the basis of proved hypothesis, it will also suggest some modifications in the existing laws and theories. Okay, so all this is about the explanatory research, and I think we can stop here, and in the next class we can see the types of research by its use. So just I will summarize it what we have learned it. So based on the four types, we have different types: by the purpose of the research, by use of research, by time span of data collection, and by type of data. So exploratory research is there, then descriptive research is there, and the last one is we have seen the explanatory research. Okay, so all these three research are coming under the types of research by its purpose. Okay, so thank you all.